Studio 5. You know, in a relationship, it doesn't seem to matter if both spouses work or stay home. Fair to say, women usually do most of the work around the house.
Well, you guys do it so well. We just don't want to. We don't want to intrude or anything like that. You know, you have it down pat. We don't want to interfere.
What a compliment.
Yeah. Does it come across as a compliment?
No, not buying that excuse.
I didn't think so. We just don't want to get in the way. That's our only concern.
Okay,
for
nice
you,
try.
know?
Nice try.
Well, you know, we stumbled across a little photo that somebody sent us. We got to show you. This is women everywhere are going to get a kick of what we found here. This picture speaks to the idea that nothing gets a woman excited like seeing a man do some housework.
There you go. See, that is every woman's dream guy right there. This is actually part of a series of photos that Studio 5 relationship coach Matt Townsend discovered. Imagine that. And you found a couple more photos for us as well.
Did you see my form, by the way?
Listen,
vacuuming? Yeah.
When you blew a kiss on that vacuum, I about fell off my chair laughing.
There's ladies going crazy. My wife loves it when I vacuum in a maid outfit. I don't know why.
Stop. Where'd you find these pictures?
These pictures are hot. This is what women find attractive. Let's throw some up there because I don't personally get it.
Not just the guy putting the rubber gloves on ready to clean the...
Every time I see a guy with rubber gloves, I get chills. So this is a guy... What's he
doing? He's making dinner there.
Making dinner. See, that's hot. That's way hot. I don't know.
What else do we got? Another picture. Give us another one. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now that is hot.
I love it.
He's putting the lid up and he's going to leave it up, and apparently women find that hot.
No, I think he's putting it down.
Oh, is he putting it down?
Putting it down. Okay. That's the whole idea.
And this guy's taking the garbage out. We're going to talk about that because women think they tell us what they want, but they really don't.
Oh, really?
They really, really don't. Like, they want the garbage out, but they don't ever say, take the garbage out. They'll say something like, ooh, the garbage smells.
And we're supposed to pick up on that.
I'm like, ooh,
yeah, you're right.
That's gross. I hate that. And then I'll go watch the game. And she's like, you're not going to take it out? And I'm like, just ask. You don't have to get mad.
But do you find that housework is a big conflict in marriages and relationships?
Well, you know, and when couples are dating, a lot of couples that cohabitate, the guy does a lot more housework than he does when they get married. So there's something about getting married that changes the guy's mind.
Well, that's why we invited Matt here, because a lot of women, and spouses in general, have problems with this.
It's a big deal.
Women say, how do we get our husbands to help more in this? How can we make them do more housework? So you've got some tips to help women so they can sort of know how to nicely needle their husbands?
Nicely needle is a great way to put it.
Help women see their men look as hot as that guy did in the
guy vacuum was hot.
Oh, right.
I liked him a lot. First of all, this is a tough deal. We're trying to get guys to get off the couch and help. So one of the rules, first rule, is assume, ladies, that your husbands do care. Don't assume that just because they're not doing the housework that they automatically don't love you, they hate the family, and they want to leave. Sometimes we just don't do housework because we didn't think about it. Sometimes we're okay with the mess that you're not okay with. So don't immediately make a connection that we're not helping because we're evil or lazy or hate-filled, or just realize we have different expectations about what you need. You have different expectations about what we need.
So don't think if my husband loves me, he'll take out the trash. I mean,
don't assume that. See, women always say, well, I shouldn't have to tell him anything. He should just know. You should just know that diaper stinks and needs to be changed.
Right? No.
I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
I'm okay with it.
It's okay with smell.
If it was my diaper, I'd care. If it's my baby's diaper, I'm good for a while. That's bad. Right. It doesn't make it good.
You also say women going along with that need to vocalize and say what they need.
Yeah, say what you need. Don't pretend or don't think you said it. Men are very literal. Remember, if you say, hey, honey, the trash is filling up, he'll be like, great. It's working. It's catching the trash. If you want the trash out, then you need to literally say to your spouse, hey, babe, the trash is filling up. Can you take it out during your next commercial?
You got to really say it.
You literally need to be very literal. If you say it that literal, now a lot of women are like, I shouldn't have to be that literal. But men are very, very literal. A lot of us work in our left brain. We don't tend to go from left to right brain as much. So we like the literal very much. This is what I need.
Spell it out.
Spell it out.
Now,
and you know what? If you actually spell it out that cleanly for them, most guys would jump up at the next commercial.
But yet the honey-do list gets such a bad rap. So what's the balance between
we'll get into that.
spelling it out?
Because there is a reason, and part of it is because you also need to give us a choice and a time frame. Okay. Men love freedom. So don't you start telling me what to do. The minute you tell me what to do, I will always equate you to the last female that directed my life and told me what to do. My mother. So if you don't want to be called mom, then what I would do is, my wife's mastered this. She gives me a choice. She'll say something like, Matt, I've got 7 things to do today. This is like on Saturday. Matt, I've got 7 things I need to get done today. Could you take 3 off the list and get them done by noon so I can relax and we can have a great afternoon? Now, she already knows on the list what I'm going to do. She made the list specifically, putting things on there that she knows I would want to do.
She put the four she knew she was going to do.
She knew it. She worked it, and she handed me the list. But that gives me choice. See, men like choice. They like freedom. They like to be able to do it how they want to do it, when they want to do it. Now, I'd also give him a time frame. Babe, I'd really like this done before noon, and then tell him why, and tell him the great benefit it'll serve you if it's done before a certain time.
What is that benefit? Just like you have more free time.
It could be more free time. It could be we're going to be able to kick back. It could be we can go to that game. We can go walking. We can go do something fun that you'll like to do.
So just spelling it out in detail. Okay.
And there's that border between nagging and doing this. And what is the nagging just harping over and over, whereas this way you sort of empower the guy to do
It's kind of the difference between being a team mom and being a team member. If you sound like my team mom telling me where to be, when to be, how to be, why to be, sit up straight, drink your juice box, shut up. If that's what you're saying to me, I'm going to be a little worried about it. But if you feel more like my team member, like let's get this done, lots of we's, not you's. Lots of, I'd also make sure that you kind of invite instead of tell. The minute, what this is about is the male ego. The minute the male ego starts feeling like you're being one-upped and the person's taking a position above you, the male ego is going to get rubbed wrong, and we're going to probably retaliate.
And you also point out there's a level of expectation that you might not be able to enforce. Kind of let the guy do it their way.
Yeah, you got to let us do it our way. The minute you dictate how it has to be done, you're now responsible for it. And the minute you're responsible for it, I don't want to do it. Because we want to dictate our way of doing it. Men love being able to, the fun thing for us is creating our own way of doing it. Now here's where it gets a little crazy, because women then don't like the way we do it. And in a way, we're okay with that, because I'll never do it again.
Yeah, that's right.
So be careful what you say about that, but let us kind of do it our way. If you need to give us feedback, I would give the feedback at a time that's not in the moment. It sounds weird, but hey, you know what? I was noticing when we were loading the dishwasher, can we load it this way? Because I found it works better this way. But I wouldn't maybe do that right in the moment.
Right after
when
you're loading the dishwasher.
Yeah. Do it later, so it doesn't come across as sort of the nagging.
And then I'd have affection.
Yeah.
I just throw that in there everywhere.
Yeah.
You never can go wrong with that.
You can never get enough affection.
Speaking of which, you got some hot nights with Matt Townsend coming up, don't you?
The funnest Friday night ever. In fact, it's Friday the 13th. What's more intimate
Very
than
romantic,
that?
yeah.
This Friday the 13th, March 13th, we're doing this retreat. The retreat,
tomorrow, right?
It is tomorrow, and if you want, you can sleep over till Saturday. There's great deals on it. Here's how you register, though. We're giving 10% off to anybody from Studio 5 that calls, but you have to call our office at 747-2121, 801-747-2121, or you can go register online, Matt Townsend Hot Nights. Yes, it is synonymous. MattTownsendHotNights.com.
10% off there for Studio 5 viewers. That's great. All right, Matt, thanks so much.
Guys.
Hopefully we'll see a lot more men pushing vacuums around the house. Coming up.